not moving?
The starter wire fell off.
Oh.
The what did? The starter wire. If somebody puts it on, just push me back, I can go.
Oh, it's so sticky, bro. One of the things that's always rough at the track is when you're about to go and the car will not start. Now on in the Honda world, you've seen Kyle's, you've seen Jamie's, you've seen some of these cars where they go to start them. I think it even happened to me in the Prelude one time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Nebraska.
Yeah, where you go to hit the button and the thing will not start.
Mine just did it at Bradenton. It just knocks the wire off.
Yep, so what it is Hondas have this little spade right here. And what happens is it's just kind of wiggles and it falls off and you got to quickly put it back on. But as you guys just saw me pulling the intake manifold, if that thing falls off, the run is aborted and I'm not going to get to finish the pass. So something that I want to do is I want to solder a pigtail on there and then just put a Deutsch on the end, and that's it. It'll always be sealed, it'll always be on there.
Yeah.
So we're going to do that real quick.
You can still unplug it to service it, but it's not going to fall off.
It's not going to fall off, yeah, which is a major pain.
How far down the starter is, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Like the
well,
starter's
they got
way
to
down
see me
there.
pull it off. So
yeah, the starter's way down in there on this. Like a Civic, it's easy. It's not as bad,
right?
Because you pop the hood and it's just right there.
But it's still just a pain to deal with. You gotta have someone pop the hood. You're holding up everybody. It becomes a situation, and something I'm not about. So I'm gonna go ahead and solder a little pigtail on this real quick. Put a little Deutsch end on, and we'll get this starter working right. First, I'll take my wire and put it in my little stripper. Got myself a little end. So now that I got my stripped end, you can kind of see there's a hole. Maybe hard to see, but there's a hole inside the starter right there. I'm gonna take my wire, I'm gonna fish it through the hole. I'm gonna bring it back on itself, tie it, and then I'm gonna solder that whole lead. So there's no way it could ever tug or pull off. Okay, you can see it in that hole right there. So I just need to grab it. Pull it on through. Now, obviously it doesn't need that long of a pigtail, but let's wrap it. And then we're gonna solder it. These are little things that I like because I've seen and dealt with so much of this kind of stuff on the road. And you just, you just tell yourself, if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it my way, like this, It's one of those things. Alright, so now I'll get in here and we'll just solder to this whole lead. Get a bunch of down inside there. Fill that hole up. Okay. We got that lead, let that cool off, throw some heat shrink in it. Unplug this real quick. It's white, but it'll do. It's the right size. So that'll fit in there. All right. So, see now we've got our wire on there, and that's not coming off. We'll go ahead and put a Deutsch plug on the end of this, and we'll put it back in. All right, so I've got my Deutsch pins here. Now, I do have the solid ones normally, but I'm out right now. And if I got the solids, I could use these, which I absolutely love. But since we don't, we've got our regular Deutsch pins. These do work fine too, especially for what we're doing. I'll give myself a little length, but not too much, just enough to get away. Strip that. Now we'll take this Deutsch pin, we'll lay our wire right inside there. May need to just take a fuzz off this thing. My lock might have been just a little, not quite short enough. It's okay. Take us a second. All right. Now we'll lay this wire in here like this. Now these type of crimpers can banana it a little bit. But it's not something to be worried about. And it's pretty easily fixed. So you saw I crimped it on one of the smaller ones first. Alright, so when I said banana, you can see right here, it gets a little bend with these type of crimpers. So you just kind of go back in here and move stuff around. There we go, now we're straight. Now we'll just take our Deutsch connector, slide it in. Alright, so you can see I've got the pin sitting out the front. Now I just need a single pin in this, and I could get a single pin connector, but I don't have that right now, but I have these, and that all will work just fine. Take my lock, and it's just got a little wedge in it, so it's just gonna go down inside here. There you go. Now we've got that part done. Now let's go over to the car and do that side, and then we put the starter back in. Woo-woo. Okay, so I labeled, since it's a black wire, I labeled this starter with a little blue lead on it, so I knew which one it was. But we're gonna go back in and just do what we just did over there with the other plug. Strip the end. Now these ones have a solid end, not a round end to them. They make other kinds of crimpers for these. Just get online. They make some real nice stuff. Let this will all work and get you going. So that one, there's no banana end to that one, so no problem there. We should tug on everything, feels legit. Okay, so these ones are the opposite, and they got this little wedge lock here. So we want to make sure we plug it into the right side, because that would suck, but we've all done that too. So it's simple enough. Press it in there. Heard it click. Down in there by my needle nose. Slide the wedge down in there, and then that is done. Alright. Lock is in. That is ready. So now we can put the starter back in, put the intake manifold back on, and keep getting show enough done. Let's go. Alright guys, so I got the starter back in. Now I just got plug my little lead in. Should be good to go. There we go. Solid. Don't gotta worry about that falling out. Alright. We're making a list to see where we're at and what we need to do to finish this bad boy up. And I figured I'd carry you guys along so you guys just knew where we're at. Because in the comments, you guys are like, where are you at? Get it done. I figure we can scan it all, make a list. We're not very far from it running right now, so Let's pick a spot and start.
So on my list right now, just from the top, I saw we need spark plug wires because those are on Fong's car. Turbo feed line, we need one of those.
Yeah, I need an oil line for that. I need to make all the fuel lines for the fuel cell. I have the damper, just need to put the damper on it and the fuel pump on it. The throttle body we need to get a TPS for that. And then we have a new set of nozzles and need to build all the nitrous connections. Push lock for the fuel pressure regulator. And then again, build the lines for that. And then I want a little brackets to, well, I mean, those we could probably find out on some of the parts cars we have. Little brackets to hold all the wiring plugs so they look all sweet. We need the plugs for the headlights. We have the wires there, we just need to put the ends on them.
The radiator cap, do you have?
Yeah, we need a radiator cap. I think that thing's been jacked by some project, I'm sure. And then I need a brake pressure sensor. I think we have the wire to the battery. I think we just need to do grounds and stuff. So I think that's the positive. Yeah, so we just need to make a ground for the ground block right here. The PDM is all wired, the hardwire PDM. I just need to plug it in, and I haven't heat shrunk everything yet. I haven't sealed it all up because I just want to run through and test everything first, and then I'll clean it up, and I think it's gonna look pretty good.
Do we need a cam sensor for back there to plug that hole on the valve cover?
Yeah, we need the cam sensor. Yeah, we need to pick out a pair of seats. We need to mount the hard top. We need to get our wing from Enemy. Orlando over there makes the raddest wing, so I figure have him do that. And then I just need to put the nitrous solenoid and the fuel solenoid in here. They're wired, I just need to put ends on them.
Okay.
We need to bleed the brakes, but we need that brake pressure sensor first. And then I think he pulled the breather box out that he made, so we'll have to remake that one or just put new ends on it and put it back in. Yeah, so we need to put the CO2 bottle back in. We need to get our little ram for the parachute. And that's the basic list of what needs done to make it run. We need to get the VTEC solenoid. I don't know if I put that on there. No. You put the VTEC solenoid on there, or a block off plate of some kind. And then that bellow for the downpipe.
He just got those.
No, he did. Okay. So we need to finish the downpipe because it's all recirced, or it's how Sean was making it. So those bellows were, well, that's not a bellow, but the bellows were kind of back ordered for a while.
The bellows were back ordered, so that one was a slip fit because the bellows were back ordered, but now bellows showed up. Pedals are all good?
Pedals are good.
Okay.
Pedals are all fixed. I think that's it. Yeah, I mean, most of that's just done. We just need to apply power to stuff and test it out. So, I mean, you guys can see we're getting really close. I mean, that list isn't that big, honestly. Yep, but it's time to get it done. Been pushing for a long time, and it's just, like I've said in other videos, it's been hard. I've got a stack of client work plus YouTubers, cars, and all that kind of stuff, because that's what pays the bills here. So try to do all that, but it is definitely time to get this beast to the track. And then getting the actual drag tires, because these are some Nittos that...
There are some radials for the El Camino.
Yeah, some radials for the El Camino that we just put on here so we could roll it around. And then we just could finish mounting the top.
You know, honestly, we could get a windshield scheduled.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, the windshield.
We don't need the windshield out of it anymore.
No.
I feel like.
Nope, that needs done. Figured pan and scanning this with you guys. So you guys knew what was going on, where we're at. There's so many questions. Where's Showing Off at? Where's the bully at? The bully's still at the body shop. I've just about got hit. I got his Supra running. So it's really just a coolant temp problem with that right now. So once I get a coolant temp sensor that works, I can tune that hot rod, send it home, and then after that, we may see a front end pretty soon.
What are we gonna do for a back window on this? We gonna do Lexan?
Yeah, I was just gonna do a Lexan window. So we went with the Honda style top, And as you can see, it's got a beautiful big back window, which I absolutely love for the S2000. Yeah, I wish.
Because the window comes all the way down here.
Yeah. Just gives you a little more visual. If you've seen the other ones, they're like a little square little thing in the corner. Yeah. So it's
wrap around the corner.
Nice to be able to have a whole window. And then the front suspension, we're talking about changing up. Just takes some funds to get there, but I'm working towards that as well. And then we may change to a Pinto style rack. It's a little smaller, a little narrower.
We've got that here actually.
Yeah, and it may just help the overall front stuff. So if we can get all the stuff done and handled before we go to the track, we'll just be that much closer to success. Because I want it to come out and run fast, and I don't want to chase too many bugs. So at least that's the goal. You guys all drop in the comments how ready you are, because I'm beyond ready.
Yeah.
The shock sensors. Definitely gonna need our travel sensors. Well guys, I had a chill Christmas Eve. I got the manifold all back in, the starter back in, everything all set up. And we're about ready to take those next steps. We made our list, we'll check it twice, and we'll go over this thing, and we'll make sure this all gets done. And we'll be hot rodding soon. I appreciate you guys hanging out though. And I hope you guys have a Merry Christmas. Give us a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys all tomorrow.